What is the United Nations? The United Nations is also called in Hindi language Sanyukt Rashtra. The United Nations is an international organization established to promote peace, security and cooperation among countries around the world. It was founded in 1945 after Second World War and has since worked on various global issues such as human rights, humanitarian aid, and sustainable development. It serves as platform for member states to address international concerns and find solutions through diplomacy and collaboration. Today I will talk about the United Nations. The United Nations was earlier known as the United Nations Organization (UNO). The World Organization has been dropped now. The First World War started in 1914 and lasted for over 4 years till 1918. During this war, millions of people were killed. The destruction caused by this war forced the leaders of the world to sit together and think how they could solve problems of the world peacefully. An organization called the League of Nations was formed in 1920. However, this organization failed to prevent the Second World War. The destruction caused by this war was even more severe than the First World War. Birth of the United Nations. The Second World War caused great destruction of life and property. The leaders of the world came together once again to find ways to preventing wars in future. After many discussions, finally the Charter of the United Nations was adopted at a conference in San Francisco, USA. It was signed by 51 member countries including India on 24th October 1945. Now this day is celebrated as the United Nations Day. Every year, the term United Nations was coined by the US President Franklin D. Roosevelt. The United Nations is an organization that takes effort to maintain peace and order in the world. There are six official languages of the United Nations. These are Arabic, Chinese, English, French, Russian, and Spanish. Objectives of the United Nations. The main objective of the United Nations are: first, to maintain peace and security all over the world. Second, to promote good relations among the countries of the world on the principle of equal rights. Third, to solve economic, social, and humanitarian problems peacefully, and to promote human rights and human freedom for all the people, irrespective of caste, color, creed, gender, and language. Though there were only 51 members in the beginning, today the United Nations has 193 member states and 2 observer states. The headquarters of the United Nations is located in Newark, USA. The members of United Nations attempt to solve the international issues by working together. A lot of work has been done by United Nations in poor countries in matters of nutrition, health and education. The United Nations neither makes laws nor imposes taxes. It is an international forum where problems are discussed and solutions are worked out. The members of United Nations try to solve problems such as those related to poverty, health, education, agriculture and environment. The United Nations also provides financial support to the poor countries to improve the living standard of their people. The United Nations appoints goodwill ambassadors to spread awareness of its programs. The United Nations has six organs. They perform different functions. These organs are the General Assembly, the Security Council, the Secretariat, the Economic and Social Council, the International Court of Justice, and the Trusteeship Council. First, the General Assembly. The General Assembly is the main body of the United Nations. It is like the parliament. Each member country has one vote in the General Assembly. It meets once a year, usually on the third Tuesday of September. Second, the Security Council. The Security Council is the most powerful organ of the United Nations. It is responsible for maintaining peace and security. The Security Council listens to the complaints of member countries and tries to resolve the problems peacefully. Its decisions are final and all the United Nations members have to accept its decisions. The Security Council has 15 members. Five of them are permanent and 10 are elected for 2 years. The permanent members are the United States of America, United Kingdom, France, Russia, and China. These members have a veto power. What is veto power? Veto power is the right to reject or prohibit a decision or proposal made by a certain body, such as a government or organization. It is often used by a single individual or a small group to block a decision from being implemented. This is a special power enjoyed by permanent member of Security Council. Third, the Secretariat. The Secretariat looks after the day-to-day work of the United Nations. The head of the Secretariat is the Secretary General. It looks after the policies of other departments. It also sets the agenda of the United Nations. Whenever two countries have a conflict, the Secretary General tries to bring them together for discussions. Fourth, Economic and Social Council. The Economic and Social Council looks after the economical, social, and cultural programs of the United Nations. It provides help to the developing countries for the progress of education, health, and culture. It also sends food, clothes, and medicine to the people affected by natural calamities. The headquarters of the Economic and Social Council is in New York, USA. Fifth, the International Court of Justice. The International Court of Justice settles legal disputes between countries. The court has 15 judges. The president and the vice president of the court are elected for a 3-year term. The court has its headquarters in The Hague, Netherlands. Sixth, the Trusteeship Council. The Trusteeship Council was set up to look after those regions of the world which were not independent then. Now all of them have become independent. So this organ has been declared as a non-functional organ of the United Nations. Agencies of the United Nations. The United Nations has many special agencies. They perform various kinds of social and developmental works. Experts from different countries work in these agencies. Let us learn about some important agencies. First, UNESCO is the United Nations Educational, Scientific, and Cultural Organization. It functions to provide education to people all over the world. Backward countries are provided with scientific know-how in the fields of agriculture, research, and industry. The headquarters of the UNESCO is in Paris, France. Second, ILO is the International Labour Organization, which functions to provide high standard of living and working conditions for the working class all over the world. Its headquarters is in Geneva, Switzerland. Third, WHO is the World Health Organization. It looks after the health of the world populations. The WHO has been successful in rooting out diseases like smallpox. It creates awareness among the people. In regard to personal hygiene and sanitation, the headquarters of the WHO is in Geneva, Switzerland. Fourth, FAO, Food and Agricultural Organization, fight against hunger. It supplies food to poor countries and also works for the improvement of agricultural production. Its motto is Let there be bread. Its headquarters is in Rome, Italy. Fifth, UNICEF, United Nations International Children's Emergency Fund, is responsible for the welfare of children all over the world. It conducts programs, especially in developing countries, to ensure that food, health, and educational needs of children are met. The headquarters of the UNICEF is in Newark, USA. Major achievements of the United Nations. First, the greatest achievement of the United Nations is that it has prevented the Third World War so far. Second, the United Nations efforts in providing relief to the poor and underprivileged people are praiseworthy. Third, this organization has succeeded in reducing the poverty, illiteracy, disease, and ensure rehabilitation in different parts of the world. Fourth, the United Nations has cemented our belief and given us hope and expectation that mankind will survive and live in peace and harmony. Fifth, in recent years, the United Nations peacekeeping force has been involved in keeping peace in countries such as Somalia, Rwanda, Sierra Leone, and East Timor. India and the United Nations. India has been a member of the United Nations since its formation in 1945. India has served as the member of the Security Council many times. Some of the major contributions of India to the United Nations are as follows. First, at the request of the United Nations, India has sent its peacemaking force to different places of conflict in other countries. Second, India strongly opposed the policy of apartheid in South Africa. What is apartheid? Apartheid was a system of institutionalized racial segregation and discrimination that was enforced in South Africa from 1948 to the early 1990s. It was characterized by policies that separated people of different races, ethnicities, and it led to widespread human rights abuses and inequality. The system was abolished in the early 1990s and South Africa began a process of reconciliation and transformation. Third, India has always supported the use of atomic power for peaceful purposes. Fourth, many Indians have occupied important posts of the various United Nations agencies. Vijaya Lakshmi Pandit became the first woman to be elected as the President of the General Assembly in 1953. Who was the Vijaya Lakshmi Pandit? Vijaya Lakshmi Pandit was an Indian diplomat and politician. She was the first woman president of the United Nations General Assembly and also served as India's ambassador to the United States and the Soviet Union. She was also the sister of India's first Prime Minister Jawaharlal Nehru and daughter of Moti Lal Nehru. In recent years, India has sought a permanent seat on the United Nations Security Council, advocating for reforms to make the Council more representative of the current global geopolitical landscape. India's growing influence and economic power have strengthened its position within the United Nations, and it continues to play a crucial role in shaping global policies and initiatives. Overall, India's relationship with the United Nations is characterized by active participation, a strong advocacy for global issues, and a commitment to promoting peace and development on the world stage. There are 40 UNESCO World Heritage Sites in India. The first site to be inscribed were Ajanta Caves, Ellora Caves, Agra Fort, and Taj Mahal. All were inscribed in 1983. Please give answer this question. Question is, where are the headquarters of the following organizations or agencies? First, ECOSOC. Second, ICJ. Third, UNESCO. Fourth, WHO. Fifth, UNICEF.